Welcome back to the channel, Ajayden Chase. Now if you're new, remember to like, to share, and also to subscribe. Now, church leaders are calling out members of the security forces for their investigation into the death of Reverend Orville Moore. They're questioning the autopsy and also asking if someone was checking in on the location of the Deputy Commissioner of Corrections. This definitely look good for law enforcement. Remember, church and state. Now, I'm going to hear what church leaders have to say, and they will continue the reasoning. Look and listen.
Who inquired of the Reverend Moore as to his location where he was staying in Kingston? Who spoke to Reverend Moore on the Monday morning early before he was disappeared? What time did the CCTV said that his or any other vehicle went over the precipice at that particular location? When every vehicle that has ever gone over there, the neighbors would have heard. And if you stop there on your way in, less than 60 seconds, somebody is going to stop to ask you what go over there. Who used his cell phone and called the other cell phone and then put it in his pocket? Who, in addition to his wife, spoke to the Reverend Moore on the Monday? Can the cell phone records tell us that? Can. When I can't get it, a police business that. What was the route of Reverend Moore? While some local they call those little guru, those little cell phone who can manage all those cell phone things, when they were seeing his vehicle in the areas of Spalding and all over the place, can the route that he took be found in the phone GPS? I don't know. Google do some nice things these days. The car's black box. The car has a black box. I crave your indulgence. Can the black box tell us who else was sitting in the vehicle? If it's him, same one drive the vehicle all the time. Was the seat belt on and when did it remove? What was the impact of the vehicle and why didn't the bag, the airbag, flew when it... Sometimes I think I was called for a time like this. So I drive a vehicle. I used to drive a vehicle like the one, and this morning I drive a vehicle like the one Dr. Reverend Orville Moore drive. It is a Prado, and he drive a Fortuner. Same size. His might be a little bigger than mine. I know it's, and I carry a black box. So one day I was coming down down the new road, Siaga New Road, named after Mr. Siaga, previously named after Portia. It was down that road, and all my dashboard lights came on. And I called Toyota Jamaica, and it happened a second time, and I called Toyota Jamaica and said, I don't like this. And I'm saying, all right, Rev, meet us in Orcharius, and we're going to connect the laptop computer to the black box and allow you to drive the same route at the same speed when you reach at the very locations that you drove. And they were in the back. The General Secretary was with me because I was on official duty. And when I was reached at a park, they said, no, Rev, you weren't driving that speed right here. So you were driving at exactly 80 kilometers right here. And they would tell me how I was driving right along the way to re-assimilate. And then they said to me at the end of the journey, when your rev count...
Orville Moore was assassinated not an accident.
got an independent pathologist because something never smells so right and it's not fish. Externally, when his body was inspected, it was, like a baby bottom for a man who vehicle fly 300 feet down, vehicle front mash up, impeccable. Sir Correction Officer, Madam Permanent Secretary, the Honorable. But somewhere when he was shaving his head, he cut an ear follicle somewhere. And so detailed was the autopsy that they picked that up. They also picked up where the wire that hung him from a green tree in that precipice ran around his neck, behind his ears, and hung him up. So for him to have hung himself, he would have had to be able to hold those two wires behind his 2 ears and pull him, and then sit down in a comfortable position and stay there until the wire hung him. No other external bruise was found for a man who should be in a seatbelt, traveling at 97 kilometers per hour, went over at 100 kilometers per hour. Internally, there were injuries, and I mean so. The autopsy said so. That there were internal injuries, and there were only 2 internal injuries. So we wanted to know the integrity of the private pathologist. We inquired whether or not he concurred with the government pathologist. We want an independent report, but we do not want an isolated or biased report. So we didn't get them to do it after, which maybe would have been permitted, but while he was along with company. 2 internal injuries. One was a fractured rib, 1 rib. Inconsistent with a man who would have gone over a precipice and had an accident over there. And a lower dislocated back spine. Which injury, if he had suffered it, he could not walk or would have been in excruciating pain. But the autopsy says, Matthew, Doctor, you want to turn? That he did not suffer those injuries while he was alive because there was no seepage. So he suffered those injuries while he was dead. No, sorry, gone to heaven. So he was killed in the line of duty. In the line of Christian duty. And so we are having this ceremony that we give to all our distinguished clergymen who leave.
Talk to me in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Even based on some of the statements from law enforcement themselves, the people are saying information that seem to add up. The Reverend wife was also quoted as saying she wants the truth about what happened to her husband. Now church leaders are saying that the way the investigation has played out, they are wondering if there's confusion with information being released to the tabloids, which is then released to the public. Or is the fact that the information just does not seem to add up. Talk to me in the comment section. If you're new to the channel as I pass through, click the subscribe icon, then put it on all. Remember to share the video. The comment section 24/7 never lucky yet. Just be respectful and mindful of the guidelines. But other than that, drop your thoughts, your comments, and yes, your opinions there. We can continue reasoning via the comment section. I want to reason again. My sentiments for you and yours. I want to live, love, and prosper. I want to stay tuned.